All right, let's talk about the vagus nerves. Such an interesting topic and also such an eye-opening topic because people don't even know that a lot of their symptoms are caused by vagus nerve inflammation. They don't even know what the vagus nerve is or what the vagus nerves are. It's plural, it's two vagus nerves. And we're going to talk about, what kind of symptoms you get when you have vagus nerve inflammation. And I'm also going to talk about what's causing these symptoms, like why is the vagus nerve inflamed at all, if these vagus nerve stimulators are actually even helpful. That's what I'm going to talk about today. So basically the vagus nerves originate from the brainstem and then they go down from the brainstem through the neck, through the chest, and then go even to the abdomen, and they end at the tip of the intestinal tract. And the vagus nerves, they're like the equilibrium of your brain. There are so many signals that are running from the vagus nerves to the rest of your body, even your heart. And when the vagus nerves are inflamed, it depends on where they are inflamed because it's like a complete vine that is going through your body. Like the branches of the vagus nerves, they go to so many different directions, and it's like a vine basically going everywhere. And when the vagus nerves are getting inflamed, it is really, really tough and you get so many symptoms. So let's get right into it because it depends on where the vagus nerves are inflamed, and then you get specific symptoms. If the vagus nerves are more inflamed in the head, you get migraines and headaches. It can be really bad. When the vagus nerves are a little bit more inflamed in the head as well, you can get the feeling of like rocking on a boat, which is really a bad symptom. What you can also get, which is such a terrible symptom, is when people lay down, you can get head spins. And these head spins are when you have like vertigo and dizziness, which is another symptom of a vagus nerve inflammation, but that's more when the vagus nerves are inflamed in the chest area. But that's a big one. Also teeth chattering, jaw weakness is when the vagus nerves are more inflamed in the head area. That's a big one. Humming, and like a feeling of like a humming throughout the body and a vibration throughout the body, which is really weird for people to, or when you go to doctors with these kind of symptoms, they check your blood, there's never something that they can see, they don't know what's wrong with you, neurologists can't see any inflammation in the nerves, they don't know that's the vagus nerve. So that's actually really, really interesting and sad that they just don't know that. But anyways, that's what's happening when you have that inflammation more there. Then what people experience when the vagus nerves are more inflamed in the chest area is that you have tightness in the, not in the chest, the throat area, sorry. Throat and neck. Throat area, when that is inflamed, you have tightness in the throat and you also can have trouble swallowing, which is such an also debilitating symptom. Like people, they feel like there's something stuck in their throat, even there's no physical issue there, and that is when you have vagus nerve inflammation. If you go a little bit more down to the chest area, what's happening if it's here, if it's inflamed here, you can get tightness in the chest. Really annoying symptom. I had a client, his name was Mark, maybe you saw the testimonial on YouTube. He got tightness in the chest as well, but he got rid of it. And that's one of the symptoms of vagus nerve inflammation as well. If you have, and then if you go a little bit more down to the abdomen, or like between your chest and your abdomen, if you're inflamed there, oh my God, you can get like really bad vertigo, dizziness, nausea, anxiety, panic attacks. That's what's actually happening when you get a panic attack, is that your vagus nerves can be inflamed. And also anxiety is coming from the vagus nerves. If the vagus nerves are inflamed, you can feel anxious and you can get anxiety attacks. It's crazy. And vertigo and dizziness, I also had a client, maybe you saw that video on YouTube, her name was Mariola. I should do a video with her for YouTube. You saw that on Instagram, I mean, but she like had that issue. She had vertigo, dizziness when she was on a flight. After that, it got even worse. But just on her regular day-to-day basis, she couldn't even bend over and unload the dishwasher. So, and once you fix the vagus nerve inflammation, you really get rid of these symptoms, and you can get rid of these symptoms. So that's another symptom of vagus nerve inflammation. If you go more down, stomach flips is another issue with vagus nerve inflammation. Even like when we talk about the heart, when there are, because the signals from your brain through the vagus nerves through your heart governs also your heartbeat. And when there are, when the vagus nerves are inflamed or signals are derailed because of the things that we're going to talk about in a second, then you can even get heart palpitations called neurological heart palpitations. Basically two forms or two reasons why people get heart palpitations, and one is when the liver is overburdened and there's like sludge coming from the liver, especially from Epstein-Barr virus, which is like a jelly-like substance, that is clogging up the mitral valve, and then you get like heart palpitations. The other one is the neurological one, where the vagus nerves are, the signals from the vagus nerves getting derailed. But anyways, these are like the main symptoms that people get when they have vagus nerve issues, from migraines to anxiety, tightness in the chest, tightness in the throat, jaw weakness, dizziness, vertigo, Meniere's disease, nausea, stomach flips, tightness in the chest, I already told you, humming, vibrations throughout the body, even tingling and numbness can be because of inflamed vagus nerves. So maybe you have some of these symptoms, and you may ask yourself, but why are the vagus nerves inflamed? The reason why the vagus nerves are inflamed, and inflammation, to give you a little to give you a little information about inflammation. You know what's funny out there? People always say that, your sickness is caused by inflammation. And foods cause inflammation. Certain foods cause inflammation, or they heal inflammation. And when they say, this disease is caused by inflammation, what the hell is causing the inflammation? That's such a nonsense statement. I see that so often, especially in the functional medicine world, that people that just write books the whole time and go from one podcast to another podcast never got one person better in their life, and just write some, paleo books or something like this, and then say, the reason why we get so sick is because of inflammation. Okay, bro, thank you, but where's the inflammation coming from? Like, why is there inflammation? And then they say, it's because of foods, but how is the food causing the inflammation? It's seed oils, it's so inflammatory. No, not all seed oils are inflammatory. What's happening is inflammation can only happen from two things. It's that simple. Either it's an injury, so let's say you play soccer and you twist your ankle or something, it's an injury, or you get hurt or something, okay? Something is invading your body from the outside, you get hurt, body's causing inflammation, creating inflammation there. Or a foreign invader that is in your body. These are the only two ways that are causing inflammation. There's not a specific food that is causing inflammation. Gluten is not causing inflammation. I tell you why, and I tell you in a second, because there's a big misconception about that. What's happening is, with the inflammation, with the vagus nerve inflammation, it's caused by viruses and heavy metals, either in combination or alone. Viruses like the over 60 varieties of Epstein-Barr virus, or the over 30 varieties of shingles virus. Shingles is not only causing rashes, shingles is causing internal problems, debilitating internal problems. Shingles can cause horrible migraines, for example. And the heavy metals, which is on the one hand a feeding ground for the viruses, making them stronger, and then they release something called neurotoxins, and these neurotoxins inflame the vagus nerves. Basically, if you have a virus, viruses feed on certain foods and also on toxins. And when they they feed they're alive. The medical system says, viruses are not alive. They are alive. And they eat and they poop. And the poop is basically, these are toxins, neurotoxins, and nerves are highly allergic to these neurotoxins. And this is where the vagus nerves are inflamed or getting inflamed because of viruses and toxic heavy metals. You can even have just pockets of heavy metals sitting on your vagus nerves, inflaming the vagus nerves as well. So these things are foreign invaders in your body that don't belong there. They just don't belong there. That's why the people that I help, for example, when they don't eat eggs anymore, their vagus nerve issues are getting better because you stop feeding the viruses that are inflaming the vagus nerves. And in terms of the vagus nerve inflammation, what I just mentioned with the gluten, exactly, I wanted to talk about the gluten because people say, yeah, gluten is causing inflammation. Gluten is not causing inflammation. Gluten feeds the pathogens that are causing inflammation. Pathogens cause inflammation, not gluten. And in terms of the seed oils, not all of them are inflammatory. Only the GMO ones are inflammatory. Soy, soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, because they're GMO, they feed viruses as well. That's causing inflammation. Sunflower oil is not causing inflammation. Grapeseed oil is not causing inflammation. It's just like from all of these influencers that never got anybody better, they don't know what they're talking about. And I can say this because I got people better from vertigo and dizziness, like Mariola, that one woman that I talked about earlier. It's on my Instagram as well. I had people with, oh my God, I had one client with air hunger. I had one client, Mark, that I just told you earlier, that is one of the YouTube testimonials here, that had tightness in the chest, tightness in the throat, completely got rid of it. So nausea, oh my God, I had a client that that was like 2 years ago. My God, it's crazy, time is flying, but that was already 2 years ago, where her name was Chiara. Chiara had severe nausea. She couldn't even eat anymore, or had trouble eating because her vagus nerves were so inflamed. So that's a big one. So and basically what you need to do, like, in order to get the inflammation down, you can't do any vagus nerve stimulation tools. If you do that, it gets even worse. Vagus nerve stimulants are not helpful because the inflammation that you get on the vagus nerves is not, you don't get the inflammation down with that. You don't get vagus nerve inflammation down with vagus nerve stimulators. And especially not when you have vagus nerve issues like vertigo, dizziness, migraines, tightness in the chest, air hunger. Oh my God, air hunger is such an annoying symptom as well. Nausea and trouble swallowing and all of that, what I just talked about. You don't do that. You have to get rid of the viruses and the toxic heavy metals. And that's the only way to lower the inflammation. And because that's the root cause, and if you need help with that, if you want to know how to do that, if you have issues with one of these symptoms, if you suffer with one of these symptoms, then, and if you're somebody with a successful career, let's say you're a professional or a business owner, and you're successful on paper but exhausted in real life, and it's about to turn this around because otherwise you may be even able to not even work anymore. I even had clients that were so sick that they couldn't even work anymore. Now they're working again, but because they recovered, but I would not wait so long. If it's that already, then you should definitely reach out because it's about time to get you better and back on track. But if you're close to giving up, or if you just have these symptoms and they're very debilitating and you want to solve them, then you should definitely reach out right now. All that you need to do is go to my website. The link is in the description. It's www.theobergmann.com. And if you click on that link, you go to my website and you book a free discovery call, and you just book a call, and we're going to call you for like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. Depending on how long it's going to take. We'll always take the time to really understand your situation, figure out if and how I can help you. And if so, then we would move on to a personal one-on-one strategy call, also for free, same as the discovery call, with me personally on the Zoom call. And that call, I will show you how you can achieve your health goals. I will show you how you can get down the vagus nerve inflammation and what we need to do, foods to avoid, foods to implement, what we actually need to work on. And also, if you have some other health issues as well, I'm going to check your whole body and your whole health history and see what we need to work on and see what's actually the root cause of your issues. And I would highly recommend you doing that because, if you if you just don't take action about what you have going on, and you've been watching my videos the whole time and you see so many people are getting better, you can be the next person on these videos sharing their incredible success stories. So what are you waiting for? Like, I don't know how many more videos I have to post of people getting better. So it works. So you just need to reach out and take action and actually do things that I say. And then there's a very high chance that you can get better. So make sure to book that call. The link is in the description under that video. And yeah, I would not hesitate more, because yeah, I would make sure that 2026 is going to be your best year, and you're going to get back on track, and you can enjoy your life, you can enjoy social life, you can also enjoy your work again, and feel like yourself again, and feel like yeah, having your old health and life back. So book that call, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it as well. Bye bye.